Hey everyone, so I know I said I was shutting this channel down, and I don't know if I'm still going to be bringing it back, but I saw the iPhone 10 today, and there's a lot of thoughts I had about it. So I thought, why not put it into a video? I mean, I might do some more stuff like this in the future, I guess, if I want to talk about stuff. So if you want me to do this after watching this video and you see if I'm any good or not, because I haven't actually scripted this, I don't even know. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'd do that. So the iPhone 10, I had quite a few problems with it. So I went to the Apple Store today while I was in Manchester, and I checked this phone out. And yeah, what people were saying, or what Snazzy Q, to be more specific, was saying about the whole interface and stuff being confusing is definitely true. So when I was trying to get out, I mean, I kind of knew how to navigate and stuff because I've seen videos and stuff like that. But there was one part that actually got me, who's really into technology and who's watched loads of reviews, like puzzled, and I didn't know what to do. So that is getting to multitasking from the home screen. And the thing is, if I'm confused as to how to get to it, then for a person who's not into tech and hasn't watched reviews or anything like that, they're going to be totally stuck. So to actually get to multitasking from the home screen, you have to swipe up and then to the right. But I was there trying to swipe up and wondering what was happening. But this, I feel, is really the problem with not Windows 10. This is really the problem, I think, with the iPhone 10. For starters, the whole thing is different to the previous iPhones. Just the whole swiping up thing to get to multitasking. People that are coming from the iPhone 8 are going to have no idea how to go home, how to bring up Action Center, because that's what you got when you used to swipe up. How to even get the notification center sometimes. They might be swiping down and seeing Action Center instead. And they like 100% will not know straight away how to get to multitasking, because even I struggled with that. So I'm looking forward to see how this phone does, because that's a really, really big error on my. Yeah, I think Apple's really messed up with the interface. And why I'm comparing it to Windows 8, or I'm going to compare it, is because Windows 8 had a very similar problem that this really reminded me of, and that's getting to the start menu. So, back when they had the whole start screen before they brought back the start menu, you had to go to the bottom left corner and click on the kind of like a Windows button thing. I don't even remember what it was at the time that you'd click on, and then the start screen would come up. And I mean, the start screen's a whole different issue, but the fact that that was hidden, lots of people couldn't find it and stuff like that. When you're on the home screen for the iPhone 10, there's no indication there whatsoever as to how you can get to the multitasking window. There's nothing, there's no line like there is when you're in applications, there's nothing, there's just the grid of icons at the bottom. So if a non-techie goes and opens the iPhone for the first time, they're going to be like, how on earth do I get to multitasking? And yeah, that's probably the worst gesture. I don't know why they didn't just make it like come up when you swipe up. It's nonsensical to me. But what's almost just as bad is the whole swiping down from the left brings you to notification center, and swiping down from the right brings you to action center. I mean, maybe the phones in Apple just didn't point this out. Maybe if you get this phone new for yourself, it will point out you like where you're supposed to swipe down from to get to what. But there's no indication that on the left side you swipe down for notification center, and on the right side you swipe down for action center. So if somebody maybe just naturally always swipes from the right, or even more likely so naturally goes to the middle to swipe down, they're not going to ever see Action Center, and they're not going to have a clue where it is. And the thing is, even for me being an Android user, I don't use the iPhone. I don't have an iPhone myself. It still feels really weird to me, because even I'm used to using the iPhone in a certain way. So having to learn all this new stuff, there's so much to learn. You have to swipe down from the left, you have to swipe down from the right, you have to swipe up and then go left to go to multitasking. Oh, it's not even the left, you see, it's right. Yeah, swipe up and go to the right to get to multitasking. When you're in an app, you swipe up slightly to get to multitasking, but if you continue swiping up, you get to the home screen. It's just so confusing, like, even for a tech person like me. I mean, yes, granted, maybe after using this for a while, you'll get used to it. The thing is, you should just be able to pick up an iPhone and just use it. You should know how to use it. There's a lot of stuff that, no offense to my grandparents, but they're not the best at tech in the world ever. But yeah, if they picked up the iPhone 10, they'll be asking me stuff left, right, and center. They're not gonna know how on earth they're supposed to use their phone. until basically I show them everything, and that's just really, really not good. And something else I even forgot to mention is long pressing the power button like you do on literally every phone known to man should bring you to the screen where it says, do you want to power off? And it lets you power off. But on the iPhone 10, for some crazy, stupid reason, which is never going to make sense to me, they changed that to be the button that summons Siri. So if you long press the button now, it summons Siri. And to get to the power menu, you have to press the power button and also press the volume up button, I think it is. I don't even remember. And that's how you power off. Like, so people are going to be there launching Siri trying to switch their phones off like literally every night. It's like the more I played with this phone, the more I was like, why on earth did they do it in that way? Like here's what they could have done. There's this kind of audio podcast thing that Snazzy Q did a while ago, and I see just how right he was with it now. I'm going to link that down below so you can hear more from him, but I am kind of just mirroring his words, but this is literally what I experienced myself. But here's what they should have done. I mean, it's super, super simple. Why not just have the bottom area, like, if you press it down hard, it goes home? I mean, yes, this is new functionality in a sense, but the thing is, customers already know about Force Touch. They know, or 3D Touch as it's called on the iPhone, sorry. They know about how the home button works. This is just basically putting them together. Like, they know both those functions. Putting them together, it will be much easier to learn than having to swipe up and do all of that stuff, because that's how they got to Action Center before. They could still have Action Center be when you swipe up, then they could have the notification center like come down from any side, and just put the power button, like put the power menu back for the power button, and put Siri for, heck you can even force touch the screen for longer and have it launch Siri. You don't even have to do the whole volume up and power thing. I mean, it just seems so nonsensical to me. I mean, they will probably fix this next year when inevitably people just get super confused with their phones and are like, how on earth does stuff work? I mean, it's kind of like how they took the whole force pressing on the side and swiping to get to multitasking. I mean, why not they take that out? It's just Apple haven't really been making much sense recently. And I feel like I'm meant to. I mean, to say that I hated the iPhone 10 is just not true at all. I did really like the phone. I mean, the hardware in it, as is known to Apple, is just stunning. The hardware is really, really good. I love the hardware. I actually don't mind the notch at all. I think the phone looks really, really nice. I'm actually not against the notch at all. It looks fine, in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't look as good as the Samsung Galaxy S8, but it's not half as bad as people make it out to be. Just take it like that. I mean, it would be better if it wasn't there, obviously, but it doesn't look bad at all. But it's just the software. I mean, yes, you will get used to it after a while, as I said, but the user experience people, like the people that put together the software and did the user interface and stuff, like they should have done a better job. Like, you don't want to have to learn a new phone. You're paying loads of money for a phone. You should be able to just use it out of the box, know exactly what to do. You shouldn't have to read an instruction manual or go and ask your nephew or something how to work a phone. It's just, in this day and age, that just shouldn't be happening. But anyway, what do you all think about this? I hope this didn't come off as just ranty, because I didn't want to turn this into a rant, but I just wanted to talk about the phone. I mean, obviously, I'm not giving a review on it. This isn't my, like, don't take this and say I don't want to buy the phone because of what I said. But yeah, I just wanted to give out my thoughts on it and revive the channel for like one video. So anyway, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. As I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And also tell me down there if you want to hear more discussions too. If you bought the iPhone 10 yourself too, be sure to let me know down in the comments down below. I'd just love to hear that. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. That's if I do a next video on this. I'll definitely see you in the next video if you watch my other channel. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.